This is going to be a quick video. I ran into, let me just quickly show you. This video is going to have two parts. A little bit is I was on a trip over the Bexley Bridge to Magnolia Plaza to get some groceries. I decided to bring a camera. Who knew a YouTuber might bring a camera along? And so I filmed a little bit of WellPoint, the golf course. I'm going to show those because I have some better maps, so if you're interested in that. But then when I came back, I hit this sandstorm, and you'll be able to see, and so I just wanted to put this video out. So here's a little bit of the sandstorm. Now, you can see I'm panicking a little bit. I pull out, I am getting pelted with fine sand particles, and I'm like, the windshield's got to come up. And so I'm standing there, and I will tell you, the back of my legs were getting hit. Now, it doesn't look bad going that way, but when you turn around, and my God, you really can't see. The wind was really gusting it. It picked up all of that, the sand on Edenfield. It was a lot. So I will show at the later in this video the longer version of driving through this thing, but it was really unexpected. So let's start with WellPoint. I did a little video before of construction sites and WellPoint, but this is I came over the Bexley Bridge and I shot just how great this new golf course, it's called the Laurel Oak. And I think you're within a month or two of having it open. The guys were out there, and it looks like they were really finishing up. The grass is almost completely came in, so it really looks really good. And so I was just driving along, taking it. What a beautiful day! Look how far you can see. This roundabout to go up onto McNeil Drive. You know, it was just like a super nice day, and that was this week. And you know, I got up here and I was like, wow, this is, the course is really looking good. So I wanted to show this because the Laurel Oak is an executive course, and I think it'll be very popular since there's not many on the other side of there really is no 9-holers on the other side in the Sawgrass Grove area. So when this opens up, I think it's going to get a lot of activity from those that have purchased in the area. So I want to show you, there's people behind me. And so Edenfield is right there. That is Edenfield. When we come back, you're going to see it's not going to look like that. It is not going to look like it. It's clear. You can see clear way over. You can actually see the buildings way over to Eastport if you look really hard. It was a beautiful day. And so I was just riding along taking this shot. Now, let's talk about the areas that we're going to come upon. So as I'm going down this McNeil Drive, I'm going to turn up onto, oh, there's the golf course again. And you can see they're really finishing it up. But I'm going to turn onto Corbin Trail. And this is part where I didn't really show in the last video, which I wanted to show. There's a little bit of development that's along the golf course, and it actually is along, it's called Live Oak Pitch and Putt, which is on the other end of this executive golf course. Now, I know I'm talking, the microphone didn't really pick anything up, so that's why I'm talking over it. And this area looks really nice. This golf course between the highway is really nicely set up, and yeah. And so as we come up onto I'm going to cut away because I thought maybe I was pretty much done. Again, this is where we're going to be looking at the end of the video with the windstorm. And it surprised me. It really did. Caught me off guard. Oh, the other thing I want to mention, and so here we are. We turned onto Corbin Trail. And I put the camera on because this is the pitch and putt. And look at all those new houses that are in, I believe it's WellPoint. I think both sides of the roads are WellPoint. And I can show you right there. There's some nice houses overlooking this pitch and putt. This whole area is developed. I'll put the map up. And then I kind of switch over to the other side where I was before, was in that section of new houses. And all of this is going to be built up. So this road, this is Hawley WellPoint before going into, and I believe it's Marsh Bend. I'm not exactly sure on that, but then you switch into this area. So here I am. I've come out. This is a little bit of what I showed you before. I came out, and I'm just going to let you hear the sounds. Yeah, the visibility really dropped here. And I really can't emphasize how the fine particles were hitting me in that. And then I kind of got past this section and it slowed up for a second, or at least felt like it slowed up for a second. I could see a little bit further. There I am, because I'm being entertained by this thing. You know, this. It's too bad you can't hear me talk, but it was like, wow, it really was kind of an amazing thing to go through. And you know, you just, when you're out there, so as you look over to where the golf course, not too bad. You look over to the other side, a little bit. Seems to have calmed down compared to what it was, but here we go. We got to cross over, and then I look in this area, see how it's suddenly really a lot of sand is blowing in this section on this side of the golf course just before the Bexley Bridge. And you're going to see my reaction a little bit. I kind of had fun with this, but it was like, holy mackerel, I'm like driving into it. I thought going down in here I would be out of it, and that was not the case. My wife said, why don't you put the sides down? And I didn't really, I don't think it was quite that bad, but you can see in here how windy it is. The trees are blowing. It was windy. And but I was like, wow, look at this. I did hold my hat. My hat kept flying off. It was kind of funny, but when you look at that, no wonder some of us call it, looks like the Sahara. I've had people talk about from New Hampshire about how they've read on the local news reports the Sahara desert sand has been blown across the ocean. Well, that is not what's happening here. But as I got up to the top of the Bexley Bridge, you're going to see I had a little bit of fun here. I was so entertained. I said some stuff to the camera. It really wasn't anything major, but it was like, holy mackerel. Now, what was also funny was this was a trip in which I had measured out any of us who live in Citrus Grove, which means we're just on the other side of the gates when you come into Citrus Grove. Which grocery store, which Publix is closer, Deaton Plaza or Magnolia Square? And believe it or not, I think one of them, I did a measurement, it's like 0.3 of a mile difference. But I think the 0.3 on the Magnolia side is such straight roads that you don't have all these turns, and you don't have, and I actually think minute-wise, it was faster to go to Magnolia. Now it's clearly not faster when you have to stop and put up your windshield. Clearly I'm trying to put my hat back on, but I'm not so sure it's going to continue to work. Look at my shirt. My shirt is just going crazy. It kind of gives you the idea of how much wind there is. And now I'm looking around and going, hey, did anything blow out of the golf cart? I really didn't look. So as funny as that is, this is pretty much the video. I'm going to stop it when I get to the tunnel. But you can see when you get on the other side, because there's not construction and it's all grassed in, the golf course, you really don't get. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun filming. It was kind of, it was, we've had some very fun times in the golf cart, me and my wife, whether it was being stuck in a thunderstorm, and we had 2 golf carts at the time, and we're tagging along and trying to go around puddles and everything else. Or things like this, just out of the blue comes the wind, and the sand gets blown up, and really it suddenly feels like a totally different experience. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. The next video is going to be on golf carts, but it's probably my last golf cart video of the year. So watch for that. I had a lot of fun. My wife gave me permission to go looking for an electric cart. I filmed it, and you got a little clue. This is probably my last one this year on purchasing or looking at golf carts. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can make sure you get that when I send that out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this.